Hello, hello. It is Monday, and that means it's time for another Made Easy Monday. And today we're going to be talking about punch cards. And so there are so many things you can do with our great punches in easy peasy card making. And so we are going to be using the new To The Point label punch, which coordinates with the Hugs for Love stamp set and also with the Bright Borders stamp set. So they have these great borders that will be the same shape as the punch, and then all these amazing sentiments that you can use inside to create some really easy, quick cards. So the first thing is, you can see here I have lots of punched out designer series paper. So beforehand, you didn't need to watch me punch out all of the paper. So I did that with our new To The Point label punch. So we'll be using that. And the paper that I used was the Marbled Elegance. So that is all of this beautiful red and gold and melon mambo, beautiful, beautiful paper. And so that is what I used for these that I punched out for us. So we're going to actually make 2 quick cards today for Made Easy Monday using these punches, these punched out designer papers, as well as using a bit of stamping. So let's do the first card first. Let me show you what it looks like. And so it's just very simple. We're going to use 3 of the designer series paper that we punched out. And we're going to do a bit of stamping with the sentiment, and we'll add a little bit of embellishment. So let's do some stamping first. I've got a piece of just basic white here, and I'm going to take some real red ink and also some melon mambo. So we're going to start with some melon mambo, and we're going to stamp some borders. We're going to stamp some borders. So I'm just inking this up in melon mambo, and then I'm just going to take my border. This one is from the Hugs for Love stamp set, and I'm just going to stamp a row of these all along the bottom of my paper here. I love to do multiple of these at one time, and even if I'm not going to use them all on one project, then I just save them in my stamp case so that I am ready to go when I need them, right? And then I'm going to take a real red, and I'm going to ink up the sentiment that's also from the Hugs for Love stamp set that says Happy Valentine's Day. So we'll do a couple of those. You can see I'm just centering that right in there. And there's another stamp in there that says sending you a big hug. Sending you a big hug. So we're just going to ink that up and center that on these last ones. And I'm actually going to flip this one. I'm going to do it the opposite way. So now I'm going to show you how easy this is with our punch. So we're just going to bring our punch in. We're going to line it up, squeeze, and now you have your whole sentiment and the border, everything already done. So you can just go through your line of stamped there, right? And just get all of these lined up and punched. Whoops, it's still going to be the same way, Tracy. Hello. Okay, but then we can turn it, right? So there we've got some stamped sentiments for our cards. So the first thing I'm going to show you on here is, here's our example. I've got just a basic white base here and my liquid adhesive. And so we will take, let's maybe do red this time. So now we get to play with all of these that we've punched. And let me just grab some of these red. So this got real red, cherry cobbler, beautiful, right? So I'm just gonna add some liquid adhesive. You're gonna see how fast this card goes. So we're just gonna put one kind of centered to the left. We're gonna grab another one here. And these, I have my points up on here. So we're just gonna add a little adhesive there. And we're just gonna put that to the right. So we're just kind of lined both of those up on the card. One to the left, one to the right. That was easy, right? All right, now we're gonna take our sentiment. So this one, let's do the big hugs. Let me grab one of those. So sending you a big hug. We're gonna put that here. But you can see on this one, we've got a border around it. So let me show you how easy that is to create. So with that, since this one is a little more on the red side, let's grab one of our red backgrounds, just like so. And you can see if we put it on top, it just covers up, right? But if we take it and we just cut it right down the middle, doesn't have to be even by any means. Now we have two pieces to that. So I'm just gonna grab some of my Stampin' Seal adhesive, and we're just gonna add just a tiny little strip on each of those sides. Then we're gonna take our sentiment here. We're gonna line it up so that it's centered and we've got just a bit of a border, and we're gonna make sure it matches on the left and the right, and we're just gonna stick that down. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the bottom and stick that down. And now you can see our sentiment has a fun border, right? We've got that red border around it. Easy peasy. And then the back would just look like so. So you can see there's that little, space in there, but no one will see that. And it just gives it a bit of a border. So then we will bring in some Stampin' Dimensionals here and add those right to the back. And then this card is almost done. Isn't that such the made easy way? So we'll just take off those backings. Take off those backings, one more. And we will just center this over those other two pieces. And now we've got an easy punch card because we punched out all of those and then popped that up, easy peasy. Now, of course, I love embellishments. So these are our gold heart sequins. And so I'm just gonna take a couple of these and put them on the bottom here. And we're gonna add one more over here on the top. So there we have one easy Happy Valentine's, sending you a big hug. That could be any occasion, right? We've got Life is Better with You, lots of hugs and kisses. You and I make the best team. All of those could go for anything. And then of course some extra hearts and things. And then our other stamp set, Bright Borders, has thank you, congrats, the future is bright, from me to you, from all of us. I love that there's both of those sentiments in there. And yay, so happy for you. And so a couple more borders as well. So I love that we have border and sentiment options for really any occasion in those stamp sets. All right, so that is card one, and you're gonna get a bonus card today too, because I really wanted to show you how fun these punches can be in creating backgrounds. So here is a background I created, and then we can just add a sentiment to this, right? In really anywhere on there. But I'm gonna show you how to do this real quick. So I've got just a piece of basic white, and we're just gonna start playing. This one I did red, but we can do pink on this one maybe. So we're just gonna grab some of these pieces that I punched out. And the way I started it was I just started the piece in the middle. So all I did was glue that down. It doesn't have to be, perfectly the center. It really could be anywhere. And then I just started taking other pieces, adding my adhesive, and let's see, so I put that there. And you could do this on your silicone mat. That way if it squished out, it didn't really matter. See, I have some adhesive behind there, so popping it on your silicone mat would be the best. But let me just show you how I did this. Then I'm going to add a little more glue here. Grab another piece. Let's see, what do we want to do? That's the hardest part of this, is choosing which pattern you want. Okay, and then we'll add a little bit of glue here. And all we're going to do is we're going to put that kind of in that same little bit, and I'm just leaving a bit of white border kind of there. So then we'll add another one here. What's fun about this is when you're done, you could even run this through an embossing folder if you wanted to. Add some glue there. And yes, all of these are sticking off of your paper. And so as soon as I get these on, there we go. Then we're just going to let that dry a second, right? So we have this beautiful, almost looks like a hexagon, like a honeycomb that way, right? We're just gonna flip it to the back. We're gonna grab our paper snips, and then we're just gonna go and we're gonna use our white, basic white as a guide, and we're just going to trim off any of these pieces that are hanging off. We're just going right along. Two more here. And you can save these pieces because you'll notice that when I did this, there are some shorter pieces, right? So these could be used maybe for the next card. But now we have this beautiful background using just those punches. You can mount it onto a piece of cardstock, and there you have your own background, almost like your own DSP when you kind of mix all of the others. So these punch cards are so easy, so quick, so fun, and so many options with them. These are just a few, but happy Made Easy Monday. Check out these Marbled Elegance papers, and of course the new Bright Borders and Hugs for Love stamp set, and that new super cute to the point label punch makes things so fast. So happy Made Easy Monday, and if you've missed any of our past Made Easy Mondays, you can check them out on my blog at stampinqueenbee.com or on my YouTube at Stampin' Queen Bee. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you soon.